Do you remember kindergarten? You remember how much fun kindergarten was? You remember when the kindergarten math used to look like that right there? 4 plus 5. What's 4 plus 5? Go ahead. It's 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. Everybody knows that. Got it. Easy. I can count that on my fingers. 5 and 4. Got it. Nailed it. In first grade, my first grade teacher decided, hey, we're actually gonna get rid of the top half of this and the bottom half of this. And we're gonna leave that little line right there. That no longer equals 9. You know what that equals? It equals negative something. Negative 1. I can't count that on my fingers. I don't have negative 1 fingers. You know how many people passed that assignment in first grade? 1. And she was a nerd, okay? The rest of us, we failed it. We took that assignment again. And I never forgave my first grade teacher for that until I did. In 6th grade, whenever they decided, hey, this whole symbols and numbers thing, overdone. Let's add a little letter there. And let's add a little letter there. 4a minus 5b. What does that equal? Go ahead, tell me. I don't know. I know you gotta solve for 3 of them. You gotta solve for a, you gotta solve for b, and you gotta solve for whatever that is. So we're using all our symbols, but we added letters. Why did we add the letters? Where did the letters come from? They came from English. We have, 5 subjects? And they all have their own lane. But then math was like, hey, I want some of your stuff. And you can't do that. You can't take the stuff from other subjects. That's not how it works. You have your own stuff, you teach your own stuff. But when you start adding stuff and taking stuff from the other people, that's rude. And that's what Matt did, and no one likes what you did. And when I'm talking about you, I'm talking to you, Francis Viette, the person who added letters to math. Dear Francis Viette, what is this? Can you tell me what this is? Is this a sentence? What are we telling here? What's the predicate? What's the subject? Go ahead, Francis. Knock yourself out, Francis. Solve this one. Give it to me real quick. 5 seconds, Francis. Go ahead. You don't need that long, do you? You'll never get it. No one understands how that works. And if you do, it's because you're like, A actually equals -4. I just made that up. I'm like, hey, -4 is A. You know, I did that. And B, since we're gonna solve for stuff, B is actually 0. So you know what that actually equals? Because 5B times 0, -4, that's, I can't even do that math in my head. I know it's probably -16. That's -16. Francis, I don't forgive you for what you did. You added the first line of defense, which may be simple to start, but people started learning from you, Francis. People started adapting to what you're doing and making it so much worse. They started adding words. Log. They started adding sin. They started adding COS. I don't know what that means. They started adding it though. You know what they started doing? They started taking from other subjects. Math just can't stand its lane. With these three words, we start drawing. That's art class, baby. We can't be taking from art class. You can't take from English art class and expect to be math. What is this now? We're drawing lines, we're graphing. Graphing is just boring drawing. We're not doing anything fun with this. Oh, what about if we take from other languages? Let's add some Greek letters. I don't know any Greek letters. I know alpha. You and I start adding alphas to math? Sigmas? I don't know what you're adding here, but please stop. If I was gonna rewrite math, let's keep it to the simple 2. Let's keep it to symbols, and let's keep it to numbers. Why are we making this so much harder? Francis, my sister just entered math. She got these new letters. You know what she said? She didn't say anything. She started crying. She sat down in tears because she witnessed her first heartbreak. I had to sit her down and say, hey, little sister, I'm sorry that happened to you. There's just people in the world that are like that. There's people in the world that don't want to see you have fun anymore, that want to ruin your day. Francis,